Welcome to Social Work Updates. Endowed with the fundamental philosophy and professional values. The practice of social work is guided by certain basic principles or rules of action for the practitioner emanating from such values, as differentiated from principles of action built on tested knowledge or general truths. Let us discuss some of these principles, which social workers use in their work with people, whether she works with them as individual, as groups, or as communities. Number 1. Acceptance. It is based on the belief that every human is being born with inherent worth and dignity, that he is intrinsically good and natural virtuous and therefore should be treated as such. The social worker brings into relationship with the client her professional education, experience, and the agency support of her helping role keeping with its societal prescribed goals. These form that basis for respecting the client under any circumstances, an approach which is an expression of a compound of attitudes that are based on scientific assumption about human behavior. This leads the worker not only to an understanding of the meaning and cause of the client behavior, but also to a mode of meeting and interacting with the client. Number 2 is individualization. Each man is imbued with inherent worth and dignity, the same as every other individual, yet with a difference. No two persons are alike. This principle of individualization involves the recognition and understanding of each client's unique qualities and differential use of principles and methods in assisting each towards to better adjustment. Based upon the right of human being to be individuals and to be treated not just as a human being but as this human being with personal differences. Number 3 is non-judgmental attitude. The worker does not use derogatory labels to identify his clients like prostitute, thief, retarded, murderer, and etc. He may not even assume a condemnatory attitudes towards clients' attitude and behavior, his values, standards and actions, even his lifestyles. Number 4 is purposeful expression of feelings. The first refers to the clients, the second, to the social worker. It is purposeful because the worker interposed relevant questions or encouraging observation that provides direction which enable him to acquire better understanding and more knowledge of the situation. And controlled emotional involvement. This refers to the social worker's way of reacting to the client's purposeful expression of feelings. It implies professional detachments. In its broad sense, this principle means that the social worker is always conscious that her role is to make use of her professional relationship with her client in a way that will enhance primarily the client's development rather than her own. Number 5 is self-determination. Self-determination refers to the right and need of the client to make his own choices and decisions in the process of receiving help. The main idea in this principle is that the individual, group or community who is in economic, personal, or social need, has the right to determine what his needs are and how they should be met. The worker does not do everything for the clients, for she knows that the client is capable of self-help. And lastly is confidentiality. Refers to preservation of secret information concerning the clients which is disclosed in a professional relationship. The idea of this principle is to provide the client protection within the limits of the law from harm that might result from his divulging information to the worker. Trust is an important element in a client-worker relationship. Thanks for watching. For more social work updates, visit my YouTube page, hit the bell and subscribe.